I am also going to give you the number that nobody else on YouTube is giving you. The actual price Emaar is asking right now, the exact square footage, the exact payment plan, and then I'm going to show you the one external variable that I think changes everything about this location. And by the end of this video, you're going to understand whether that variable is the reason to buy or the reason to wait. So stay with me. The one question I ask every single client before they commit to an off-plan Emaar community, it's not about the floor plan, not about the payment plan. I ask them, what would you have paid to buy into the Dubai Hills estate back in 2019? What would you have paid if someone had put the master plan in front of you and said, this is the peripheral right now, but there is a university, a hospital, a golf course, and a metro line coming. And almost every single one of them says the same thing. I wish I had known. I wish I had been in the room. Today, I'm walking you through a project where I think you might be that person. The person who was in the room early enough. But before we talk about the heights, I want to give you the Emaar context, because without it, the pricing makes no sense. Emaar is, according to their own published financial results for 2024, the largest real estate developer outside China. 35.5 billion in 2024 net and around 17.5 billion in profits. Market capitalization of 114 billion dirhams and more than 118,000 residential units delivered globally. Another 50,500 units currently under development across more than 10 different markets. So this is the company that built Burj Khalifa, that built downtown, Dubai Mall, Dubai Hills Estate, the Valley, Emaar Beachfront. And when you're buying an off-plan from Emaar, you're betting on a delivery machine that has executed at scale consistently. In Dubai, that is the baseline. Now let me give you the track record in numbers, because this is where the investment case lives. According to Dubai Land Department data, Dubai Hills Estate villas specifically appreciated roughly around 68% between 2022 till 2025. Prime Dubai villa communities across the city saw 30 to 50% capital appreciation. This is not Emaar marketing, this is DLD transaction data. The pattern behind those numbers is always the same. Emaar finds land that the market is not yet pricing at a premium. They build a master community, they create amenities at scale that changes what life feels like in that location. Early buyers come in at what looks like a fair price. Infrastructure and secondary demand obviously catches up, and the resale market reprices. I've seen it with Dubai Hills, I've seen it with Arabian Ranches 1, 2, 3, I've seen it with Emaar South. The current asking price for Dubai Hills Estate villas is roughly around 2,380 dirhams per square foot on the secondary market today. This is only a reference point I want you to hold in your mind when I give you the Heights pricing in just a few minutes. So what is the Heights Country Club and Wellness? According to Emaar's published brochure, it sits at the junction of E611, which is Emirates Road, and E77, which is Sheikh Zayed bin Hamdan Al Nahyan Street. That puts it in the Dubai Investment Park and Jebel Ali Free Zone corridor. It is 10 minutes to Expo City Dubai, which is supposedly the new trade center of Dubai. It is 20 minutes away from Dubai Hills Estate and 10 minutes away from Al Maktoum International Airport, and about 30 minutes to downtown Dubai. And I want to keep that in mind. It is 10 minutes away from Al Maktoum International Airport. So when I come back to this number in the end, this might be the most important number in this entire video. So the scale of this project is significant. It's 7.5 million square meters, total area of 21 residential clusters, 25% of the land dedicated to open spaces. Emaar's 38,411 residential units at a full build-out. 3 to 5 bedroom villas across 3 named sub-communities, Sero, Sero 2 and Salwa. The architecture is Mediterranean inspired and it is with whitewashed facades, warm terracotta tones, variant landscaping, soft curves, textured materials, sun-washed forms. The indoor-outdoor connection is not incidental here. The entire concept is built around wellness and as a way of living, not as a feature you see twice a year. Now let me give you the real pricing, because this is what every video skips. These are figures exactly from sales offers as of 25th June 2026, and I'm going to give them to you unit by unit. So a 3-bedroom villa in the Selva sub-community is about 6.764 million. The built-up area is about 3,300 square feet and the plot is 4,117 square feet. That puts you at 2,000 dirham per square foot on the built-up area and roughly around 1,500 dirham per square foot on the plot. A 4-bedroom in the Cerro community again is going to be priced at 8.23 million with a built-up area of 4,312 square feet and a plot of 4,700 square feet. That is 1,900 on the built-up area and 1,744 on the plot area. Price at 11.25 million, built up around 5,884 square feet, plot area around 7,100 square feet, and it gives you a pricing of 1,913 square foot on the built up area and roughly around 1,575 on the plot area. So the headline for pricing, the height sits between 1,900 to 2,000 per square foot on the built up and 1,500 to 1,750 on the plot area. Obviously this changes if you want to take a bigger plot. The payment plan is 80-20, 8 installments of 10% each through the construction period with 20% due on handover. Handover is projected for 2030. So if you are spreading 80% of the purchase price over 4 years of construction with the remaining 20 at the finish line, for a buyer who's managing cash flow intelligently, that is a workable structure. The 4-year construction period also gives you the time to see the surrounding infrastructure mature before you are holding onto a completed asset. Now compare that to where Dubai Hills is trading today. You're buying at 1,900 to 2,000 dirhams per square foot, and at the Heights against the secondary market at Dubai Hills, which is starting at 2,300 dirham per square foot. That gap currently reflects location maturity. Dubai Hills has a hospital, a mall, a golf course, schools, metro access, and years of secondary market behind it. The Heights does not have that yet. What it has catalyst. And this is where the thesis either holds or it does not. So let me walk you through the community itself, because the amenities are what justify the price point. Emaar has been very specific about what they want to deliver within the Heights and Wellness Center. So it's shaped around the Wellness and Heights name as it should. By the nature, flow of water, movement, and human connection, you'll have waterways, reflective pools, landscape, greenery, wellness studios, gardens, sanctuaries beyond the Wellness Center, and it includes a wellness lake, a promenade, a Mediterranean garden, a yoga lake, a social terrace, private beach access, an indoor and outdoor gym, sports facilities, a community pool, a playscape for children, community, obviously retail area, and a linear park. Those are exactly what Emaar has committed to. So obviously every cluster within the community will have its own yoga spaces, garden, green pots. Obviously, because the community is about wellness, you will have a lot of options for wellness. So the villas themselves deserve attention in terms of what you are actually getting priced per square foot. So the 3 bedrooms sit at roughly 3,300 square feet, and the built-up area obviously for the 4 bedrooms is 4,300 square feet, the 5 bedroom roughly around 5,900 square feet. These are fully formatted family villas, ground floor, first floor, and roof floor for the larger units. Carports are included, terraces and balconies included, the total area into the total area figures. The architecture is built for indoor, outdoor living, which is if you are thinking about long-term livability and resale to the family buyer market, it is exactly the profile that fits within this community, and it adds the wellness aspect to it as well. So now let me talk about the Etihad Rail, because this comes up in every conversation about this project. I want to give you the accurate picture rather than the speculative one. The nearest confirmed Etihad Rail passenger station to this area is Jumeirah Golf Estate, which is scheduled to open on the 30th of September 2026. As for rail connectivity directly at or adjacent to Al Maktoum International Airport, has indicated as a future intention, but it is not a confirmed station with a confirmed opening date as of this video. So I'm not going to tell you that there is a rail stop coming to the Heights. What I can tell you is that the national rail network is being built through the broader corridor. And if you are buying on a 2030 handover view, the infrastructure picture in 4 years is materially different from what it is today. What that does to capital value is a question of demand, timing, and supply, not a guaranteed outcome. And now the Al Maktoum airport story, because this is the single biggest variable in the investment case for the Heights in June 2026. So the UAE government approved 128 billion dirhams expansion program for Al Maktoum International Airport. The ultimate design capacity is about 260 million passengers per year. Phase 1, which is currently under construction, has a target of opening in 2032, and the plan for Dubai International Airport to transfer its full operations to Al Maktoum at that point. As of today, more than 17,000 foundation piles have been completed. Contracts worth 13 billion are under execution, and the second runway is done. This is again not a rumor. This is a project with a committed budget and active construction and confirmed 2032 phase 1 timeline. So now what does the world's largest airport opening 10 minutes away from your door does to your property investment in that corridor? And I'm not going to invent a number. I do not think that is useful to you. What I will say this is airports of this scale create employment, catchment zones, they create demand for housing from hundreds of thousands of workers, business operators, and logistic professionals. Communities that are well located relative to major aviation infrastructure have a long and consistent track record of outperforming the broader market in cities where the infrastructure has materialized. That is the thesis for the Heights. Whether this community is the one that captures that demand and whether 2030 is the right moment to be the buyer in the story is the question you need to answer for yourself. Now let me have the honest conversation, because you deserve it. There are 3 things I would tell you if you were sitting in my office. First, timing. The airport opens in 2032. Your handover is 2030. That means you may be holding a completed asset for 2 years before the primary catalyst is fully operational. This is obviously not a deal breaker, but it is cash flow. And you need to know the reality. You need to plan for it. If you need liquid capital in 2030, the timing is tight. If you have a 5-year view from handover, then the 2032 opening the airport means wonders for your investment. The Dubai Investment Park in Jebel Ali corridor has land. This is not a supply constrained market the way Palm or Dubai Hills is. You're not buying scarcity. You're buying a location thesis that depends on infrastructure, materializing on time and residential demand following it. The thesis has played out in Dubai before. It has also taken longer than buyers expected in some communities. So you need to price that uncertainty into your decision. Third, service charges. Obviously, they are not out yet, but they are estimated to be roughly around 5 to 6 dirhams. So here is where I land on this. I asked you at the start of this video what you would have paid to be in the room early when Dubai Hills was launched. The honest answer to that question is that nobody knows which projects will follow Dubai Hills' trajectory and which will super succeed them, which will perform under. The Heights in Country Club has Emaar's brand name behind it. It has an 80-20 payment plan that spreads across 4 years, and in 2032 you have a mega airport being built around it. So this entire corridor is going to be the big play of the buy real estate market for the next 10, 15 years, getting into it early can fit really well into your portfolio, given that I know about your portfolio. So whether you're the person who was in the room early enough, or whether you look back in 2032 and say, I wish I had moved faster, I cannot tell you that over this video. What I can do is help you run the numbers honestly and decide whether this fits your portfolio. This is exactly what I do every week with clients who are making this exact decision. So message me on WhatsApp. The link is in the description. No sales pitch, no pressure. I will look at your situation, give you an honest view, and tell you if this is the right vehicle or if something else fits better. If this video was useful to you, subscribe. I do one of these deep dives every week, not every day, because I would rather give you one video that is worth your time than 5 that are not. I will see you in the next one.